Hi everyone, it's me Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing the trellis stitch, or a form of a trellis stitch. There are many different stitch patterns that are considered trellis stitch, depending on how they're used. Basically, what you're looking at when you're talking about a trellis stitch is a very open, lacy pattern, and most of the pattern consists of chains. So you have chains and either double crochets or treble crochets, and it's very open and lacy. So you have stacked squares that can be considered trellis. You have triangles that can be considered trellis stitch. There's many different ways to create trellis stitch patterns. This will just be one option of a whole lot of them. And you can take this pattern and run with it and do whatever you want. When I seen this, it reminded me of a lacy bottom to a tank top, just to be dressed up a little bit. That's what this particular one reminded me of. So let's go ahead and get started. Your multiples is 6 plus 1. I went ahead and chained 19. And as in previous stitch tutorials over the last couple of weeks, I am using a vintage yarn and my Yarnology hook from Hobby Lobby that they no longer carry, and these are my favorite hooks by far. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to single crochet into the 10th chain from our hook. Please keep in mind that the loop on our hook is not a chain, it is just a loop on our hook. I will be working into the spine or the back bumps of the chain. So turning it on its side, you can see those back bumps. So I'm going to count back 10 and place a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I know this seems like a lot, but remember, we are doing a trellis, a very lacy open stitch. So single crochet in the 10th chain from your hook. Now you're going to chain 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to skip 2, and into the next you're going to do a treble crochet. Now to treble crochet, you wrap the yarn around your hook twice. Now insert your hook into that stitch or chain, depending on if you're working a swatch like myself. Okay, and you pull up a loop through that stitch. Yarn over and go through 2 loops only. Yarn over, go through the next 2. And this is what creates the treble crochet, and I am using US terms. Yarn over and go through the last 2 stitches. So now you repeated that 3 times, through 2, through 2, through 2. That creates a treble crochet. Now you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and skip 2, 1, 2, and into the 3rd, you're going to single crochet. And now you're going to chain 1, 2, 3. You should have 3 chains left. You're going to treble crochet into the last chain. So remember, we yarn over twice, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. That is your setup row. You have now completed your very first setup row. The next 2 rows will be your repeat rows. For the next row, row 2, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Single crochet back into that same stitch. Now chain 1, 2, and we're going to treble crochet into that single crochet stitch from the row below. So you skip over the next several chains, 3 chains, and into that single crochet, we're going to treble crochet. Yarn over twice, insert your hook into that single crochet, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through the last 2. Now you're going to chain 1, 2, and we're going to skip the next chain 3, and on top of the treble from the row below, single crochet. And then repeat. Chain 1, 2, skip your next chain 3, and treble into the single crochet. Chain 1, 2. You're going to skip 3 chains, and into the 4th, you're going to single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, place a single crochet. Okay, so that is your first of a 2-row repeat. We have our setup row, and now we have our first of 2-row repeat. Now we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And turn your work and single crochet into that treble crochet. So you skip your chain 2 and single crochet into that treble. Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and treble crochet into your next single crochet. So skip your chain 2 and treble crochet into that single crochet. Chain 1, 2, 3, skip the chain 2, single crochet into the next, which is your treble crochet from the row below, and then chain 1, 2, 3, and you're going to treble crochet into your very last stitch. So skip 1, 2, and treble crochet into that very last stitch down here, that single crochet that you made from the row prior. So treble crochet into that. And that's all there is to it. I'll work through those 2-row repeats with you one more time. You're going to chain 1, turn your work, and single crochet back into that same stitch. Then you're going to chain 1 and 2 and treble crochet into the single crochet. So skip your chain space and treble crochet. Chain 1, 2, skip your next chain space and single crochet into the following stitch, which is the treble crochet. Chain 1 and 2, skip your next chain space and treble crochet into the single crochet. Chain 1, 2, skip 3 chains, so 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, place a single crochet. Now chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Turn your work over, skip the chain space, and single crochet into the top of the next stitch, which is the treble crochet from row below. chain 1, 2, 3, and treble crochet into the single crochet. So skip your chain space and treble crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, 2, 3, skip your next chain space and single crochet into the next stitch, which is the top of the treble. Chain 1, 2, 3, and we're going to treble into the top of that last stitch, which is a single crochet from the row below. And that's it. There's your repeats. I hope that you enjoy this stitch tutorial and have an idea as what you might use it for. As I said, I thought that it would be really neat on the bottom of like a tank top to dress up a tank top a little bit if it was a solid like single crochet stitch. There's many different things that you could use this for as well. At the end of an Afghan for a little bit of a lacy, edging to it. Add it to pillowcase covers as a little bit of lace to it. There's all kinds of stuff that you could do with this particular trellis pattern. It's very lacy, very open, very fun. I hope that you find a use for this pattern somewhere at some point in time in your hobby of crochet. Be blessed, be a blessing, and until next time, bye for now.